We are all bombarded with quick fix solutions, whether it's from a doctor, a dermatologist, or an influencer online, and it's no wonder it feels confusing. One person is recommending a powder, another is telling you to take 10 different herbs, then someone else is claiming you have to do a parasite cleanse before you can heal anything else. It's a lot. And it's really important to understand how these different cleanses, detoxes, and fads actually work or don't work so you can make your most aligned and intentional choices for your body and for your child's body. So, today we are going to be taking a closer look at some of the most common tools people are talking about or being told to use, because I want to walk you through exactly why they're not included in any of what we share here at ōNLē, and how that decision was made with deep, thoughtful intention. These aren't ingredients that we've just overlooked. They are ingredients and protocols that we intentionally have chosen not to include because of what we now understand about how they interact with the body. When we know better, we can choose better. And I want you to have the knowledge so you can feel grounded and confident in the choices you make for your body and for your family. Welcome to the Follow Your Gut podcast, the show for the woman who's ready to stop outsourcing her and her family's health and start leading it. I'm your host, Juniper. Every week, I'll teach you how to understand your body and your child's symptoms through the lens of the gut so you can take clear, confident steps towards real healing. This isn't about chasing symptoms or following trendy protocols. This is about foundational healing, where we get to the root of it all, your gut. I am so happy you're here. Let's dive in. We are going to jump right into this with zeolites. Zeolite is everywhere right now. It's being marketed as a gentle binder, something that can help pull out toxins, heavy metals, even parasites. And while it can bind to harmful substances, what most people don't realize is that it binds indiscriminately, meaning it doesn't just grab the toxins and the heavy metals. It also binds to essential minerals that your body depends on, like zinc, magnesium, iron, and selenium. When you are already depleted, this kind of binding leaves you feeling foggy, anxious, drained, and even more imbalanced than before. But there's something even more important to understand about zeolite. It contains aluminum. It's part of the natural structure of the mineral itself. And yes, some brands will claim that the aluminum is trapped or inert, but the truth is we still don't know how much of it is absorbed by the body when taken over time. And I am not willing to gamble with that. Aluminum is a known neurotoxin. It's been linked to inflammation, oxidative stress, and even long-term neurological issues. We are exposed to things like aluminum all the time anyway. I'm not going to intentionally put something that I know contains aluminum in my body or in my child's body. This is one of the biggest reasons I chose not to include zeolite in any of our ōNLē Organics protocols. Not just because it strips the good with the bad, but because it contains something I would never knowingly introduce into my body or into my children's. I know it's trendy. I know it's being recommended everywhere, but trendy does not equal trustworthy. And just because something can bind toxins doesn't mean it belongs in your healing toolkit. Now, as we go through these different healing protocols or ideas, if you have done any of these, I want you to listen with grace. You are doing your very best. You did this with the best of intentions, and your body is strong and resilient. Your child is strong and resilient. The purpose of this episode is not to drown you in more guilt than you're already carrying. It's not intended to instill fear in you. It's intended to empower you so that you can make your best choices moving forward. So if you are one of the millions and millions of people who have used zeolite, you just listen to this and you're like, oh no, and you feel sick to your stomach, you've given this to your child, it's okay. You now have this awareness. You're going to learn about a lot more trending cleanses, detoxes, and protocols here. And by the end of the episode, you're going to know exactly what is supportive of your body as a whole. And trust that your body is strong and resilient. Your child was designed to thrive. You are okay. Your child is okay. We're going to talk about charcoal now. Charcoal has become another go-to in the detox culture. It is often praised for its ability to absorb toxins, and you will find it in everything from capsules to juices to toothpaste. It's marketed as a gentle binder, but in truth, it is anything but gentle. Charcoal is incredibly drying. It moves through your digestive tract like a sponge, soaking up everything in its path. That includes toxins, yes, but it also includes minerals, nutrients, and beneficial bacteria that your body needs. It's not selective. Just like zeolite, it binds to what your body needs, not just what it doesn't. And something that most people don't realize is that charcoal is actually very abrasive. It physically scrapes the lining of your gut. For someone whose digestive system is already inflamed or compromised, this can do real damage. And just for your awareness, your gut is compromised. Everybody's gut is compromised unless if you are intentionally nurturing balance in your gut. But if you have any symptom, any skin symptom, digestive symptom, mood, developmental, behavioral symptom, hormone issues, autoimmune issues, your gut is in a state of distress. Introducing something like charcoal exacerbates that. It weakens the gut barrier even further, which leads to more inflammation, more immune dysregulation, and even more symptoms over time. It also slows down your bowels. So, for people who are already constipated, this creates even more backup in the system right when you are trying to detox. That backup means more recirculating toxins, more brain fog, more skin flares, and prolonged healing. Charcoal does not nourish or support your body. It just absorbs anything and everything in its path. And when you are already depleted, that kind of absorption isn't healing. It's harm masked as help. And here's where I want to zoom out a bit because this issue goes far beyond zeolite and charcoal. There is a whole world of over-the-counter cleanses, detox kits, and trending protocols being sold as quick fixes. And unfortunately, most of them are doing more harm than good, just like we've just talked about. Maybe you've seen a 3-day whole body reset at your local health food store, or a 7-day cleanse that promises to detox your liver, your gut, and your lymph all at once, or a kit you found online that claims to clear parasites in a week. Maybe it's a juice cleanse or a green powder that says it'll flush out toxins and give you glowing skin and more energy. These sound harmless. Some even feel good for a few days. But what they almost never include is replenishment. They don't tell you how to restore your minerals. They don't guide you through supporting your microbiome. They don't explain what to do when symptoms flare or how to support your nervous system when things start to shift. They don't explain that when you are killing the bad, toxins are being released and you need to help them out. You need to prepare your body. And then there are more extreme options: coffee enemas, liver flushes, and even ivermectin. I know these can sound appealing when you see beautiful influencers swearing by them and you are desperate for answers. Let's talk about coffee enemas for a second. Most people don't realize that enemas bypass the body's natural processing systems. Your gut is designed to absorb slowly, to filter and regulate through the stomach acid, liver, and microbiome. But when you take something like coffee through the rectum, it bypasses all of this and enters the bloodstream immediately at full strength. For a sensitive, depleted body, that can be incredibly dysregulating. It is not healing, it is a shock to the system. And ivermectin, this one deserves a real pause here. Last month, we were at one of our son's skateboard competitions. 7 months out of the year, we drive 9 hours each way to support our son in this beautiful, fun passion of his. Well, my husband Ty usually comes with us, and he proudly tells everyone who will listen about ōNLē, because he has been in charge of customer care for the last year and a half, and every day he gets emails from so many families sharing their transformations. He is so proud to be part of this. He tells everyone, I am more shy. I'm not very outward. When people say, "What do you guys do? What do you do?" I just kind of play it small. I have an online wellness business, and I'll share if they ask more questions, but I'm not really outright like Ty is. But so at this competition, he wasn't there. And one of the dads came up to me and he said, "So our whole family is doing a parasite cleanse, and I want to know what you think. It has ivermectin in it, so I know it'll be great." He was beaming. So excited. I have never talked to this man in my life, let alone about parasites and poop and what I do. He knew because Ty had shared with him. He knew that in some way this was in the realm of what I do. But I could tell that he also didn't actually want to learn. He just wanted someone to cheer him on. So I held space for him, but I left that conversation feeling sad because this family is trying. They are really trying. But again, there is so much you need to know before putting something like ivermectin into your body. Ivermectin is a pharmaceutical antiparasitic. It was originally developed for livestock, and while it's sometimes prescribed in extreme medical situations, it was never designed as a tool for foundational healing. Well, in recent years, it has been repackaged as a quick fix for parasites, and that's exactly how it's being used, casually and aggressively by people who are already deeply depleted and searching for their health. They are trying everything to heal their body. But the unfortunate truth is that ivermectin does not heal the body. It doesn't restore your microbiome. It doesn't support your detox pathways. It doesn't replenish minerals or calm your nervous system. What it does is paralyze and kill certain parasites. But your body is still left with the job of cleaning them up. And if your drainage pathways aren't open, if your liver is sluggish, your gut is inflamed, or your nervous system is dysregulated, you're going to feel it hard and finish your parasite cleanse in a much worse place than when you started. The problem is when something kills aggressively without any support for the body's ability to process and restore, it leaves you deeply depleted. This is not healing. Now, what about herbal cleanses? I want to preface this and say how much I love herbal medicine and that herbs have their place. The herbs I am about to talk about aren't bad. They are just more disruptive than helpful in so many situations, and it's important to have this awareness. Black walnut, wormwood, and oil of oregano have powerful antimicrobial properties and are therefore part of so many different cleanses and detox protocols. They are commonly used in parasite and candida protocols because they work. They powerfully kill the bad overgrowths, but they don't do it gently. They come in hot and strong, and they don't discriminate. They target harmful pathogens, yes, but like zeolite and charcoal, they also wipe out a lot of the beneficial bacteria that your gut needs to stay in balance. They can also be irritating to the gut lining, especially when they are taken in high doses or over extended periods of time. These herbs can inflame and weaken the very system you are trying to heal. They flood the body with toxins and disrupt the microbiome, which makes them unsafe during pregnancy, breastfeeding, and for young children. And the truth is, these herbs are often used with the best of intentions, but when they're taken without replenishment, without nervous system support, without any understanding of what they are actually doing inside the body, they can do a lot more harm than good. I have watched this happen more times than I can count. Women bouncing from one cleanse to the next, children put on tinctures so strong their symptoms spiral, families desperate for healing, unknowingly using tools that leave the body more depleted than before. Now, I want to pause here for a second and speak directly to the part of you that is feeling so confused, so overwhelmed, and probably pretty discouraged. You are not wrong for trying any of these. You are not wrong for waiting. You are not wrong for being curious. There is so much conflicting information out there. One person tells you to do more, another tells you to do nothing. Some tell you to detox everything, while others say healing will just happen naturally over time. And in the middle of all of that noise is you, a woman trying to heal, a mother trying to help her child, a family just wanting to feel well. If you've ever felt frozen by all of the options, if it's felt like every step forward leads to 2 steps back, this is why. Because so much of what we are being taught skips the most important piece of true, deep foundational healing, an understanding of what your body actually needs in order to heal. Not a quick fix, not a harsh protocol that leaves you depleted, but a complete approach, one that sees your body as a whole being and supports it with gentle intention. So if you have already tried one of these cleanses or trends, again, it is okay. You weren't wrong for wanting the best for your body or for your child or for your family. And if you've been waiting or watching or listening to all the different noise and voices and wondering why nothing feels quite right, that is your intuition guiding you. And from here, we are going to start peeling back those layers. I'm going to walk you through what a safe, effective, and complete healing approach actually looks like. One that restores your body rather than breaking it down and depleting it further. So, what does true healing even actually look like? It starts with a completely different mindset, one that isn't asking, how do I kill this off quickly? But instead asks, how do I bring my body back into a state of balance and keep it there? That shift begins a change for everything because it's not just about clearing parasites or yeast or getting rid of a symptom. It's about restoring the very systems that were disrupted in the first place. That's what rebalancing is. It's not a cleanse. It's not a detox. It's a healing method, a process that supports your body in clearing out what doesn't belong and replenishing what's missing at the same time. Because, right, when we eliminate without restoring, we create a vicious cycle. But when we do both together, that's when true lasting change happens. If you find a quick fix promise, do this 3-day thing to completely reset your gut. You don't have to do anything else. Just take this magic supplement, walk away. That is a false promise. Healing does not happen from one supplement alone. It happens from an all-encompassing, holistic healing approach. So let's walk through what rebalancing actually supports in the body and how to know if your body or your child's body is needing it. Sometimes it's obvious. You're dealing with some very apparent symptom. Maybe it's skin issues that won't go away, or your child is battling constant ear infections, allergies, or tantrums that feel way bigger than them. Maybe your hormones are a mess. Your cycle is painful or missing altogether. Your sleep is broken, your mood is unpredictable, or you're exhausted no matter how much sleep you get. Other times, it's more subtle. You maybe just feel off. Your gut is bloated or sluggish. You're sensitive to foods that you used to tolerate. Or maybe you just sense that something isn't right in your body or in your child's body. You are not thriving. Your child is not thriving. These are all signs that the body is out of balance. And it's not just one thing. It isn't just one bad bacteria or one type of yeast, mold, or a parasite, or a sluggish liver. It is all connected. That's why isolated protocols fall short. You cannot target just one of these bad overgrowths and expect the rest of your body to be able to function. Rebalancing is about addressing the full picture. So we start by eliminating the overgrowths. Again, this is the harmful bacteria, yeast, mold, parasites, and even some viruses that have likely been living in your or your child's body for a very long time. But just as important is what we replenish, because without rebuilding the gut microbiome and nourishing the body with what it needs to thrive, the cycle continues to repeat itself. That's what makes this so different. It is not a one-size-fits-all cleanse. It's a methodology that supports your body in restoring itself from the inside out. And we don't just throw the body into elimination mode. That's why the rebalance kits come with free access to our course so that you can learn how to prepare your body, open your drainage pathways, and support your or your child's liver before anything is cleared. We calm the nervous system. We teach your body how to release what's being eliminated so that healing feels supported, not like a flood of symptoms you are left to navigate on your own. This is what I needed. Someone to teach me when I was standing in that pharmacy with a steroid cream in my hand, wondering how my baby got to this place. And it's what I want you to know. Your body is not broken. Your child's body is not broken. They're just out of balance. And when we support our bodies gently and completely with consistency, healing becomes not just possible, but inevitable. So when someone asks me how the Rebalance Kit compares to other cleanses or detox, it's hard for me to answer in a quick DM reply because the truth is we are not doing the same thing. Rebalancing is going to eliminate all the bad, but it's actually going to heal your body in the process. This isn't about just wiping things out. It's about healing and restoring the foundation of your body. That is the heart of rebalancing. And if that's what you have been looking for, if something about this conversation has helped you feel a little more clear, confident, and intuitively ready, follow that. You will want to get the ultimate option of the Gut Rebalance Kit. I cannot wait for you to experience the transformation. Again, this is not another cleanse, another detox protocol. This is an entire methodology that has helped transform the lives of tens of thousands of women and children and families around the world. Before we wrap up, I love closing out the episode with your transformations and answers to your questions. This is my favorite way to stay connected with you and to support you no matter where you are in your healing journey. If you want to submit a question, I open up a question box every month on my Instagram stories, so watch for that. Submit your questions and make sure you are subscribed to the podcast so you are sure to hear the answers. Now, let's get into it. A transformation and a question asked by so many of you in last month's question box. I can't wait to read this transformation to you. Here it goes. I have updates and I could honestly cry. The difference in just a few months is amazing. My son just looks so much healthier. His skin has cleared up beautifully, no more redness, no more rashes, no more bleeding, and it's so much softer. And something else I've noticed, he had lost so much weight when his eczema was at its worst and looked really malnourished. But now that his skin has cleared, he's gained some weight and just looks so much healthier. This is such an important reminder that eczema is not just a skin issue. And when we are looking malnourished, when our children are looking malnourished, the root cause is the same as the skin symptom. So when your gut is deeply imbalanced, your body is not able to absorb nutrients optimally. So what's happening for him is rebalancing, is healing his body from the very foundation. So it's killing the bad overgrowths while replenishing the good. And this reduces inflammation, heals the skin, and also makes it so his body is able to absorb nutrients optimally. Now for our question. How to use cleanse for a UTI or bacterial vaginosis? I think the best way to answer this is to zoom out first and to help you understand why symptoms like these show up in the first place. UTIs and bacterial vaginosis are both signs from the body that there's a deeper imbalance happening, not just a local issue in the urinary tract or the vaginal flora, but a systematic one rooted in your gut. When the gut microbiome is out of balance, it can lead to chronic inflammation and immune dysregulation. These pathogens don't just stay in your gut. They spread throughout the bloodstream, throughout your lymphatic system, and they absolutely disrupt the delicate balance of bacteria in the vaginal microbiome. So when a woman experiences recurring UTIs or bacterial vaginosis, it is not just about treating those symptoms. These are the downstream effects of a gut that is out of balance. That's why we always recommend rebalancing with the ultimate option of the Woman's Gut Rebalance Kit, because it's not only going to heal the issue that you're currently dealing with, it's actually going to go deeper and clear all the bad bacteria, yeast, mold, fungus, parasites, help you eliminate toxins and heavy metals while also replenishing the beneficial bacteria that your body needs to thrive. And for women who are already rebalancing, maybe you already have the kit, this is where you get to really lean into what you have in your hands. If you are rebalancing and something like a UTI or a bacterial vaginosis shows up, what's likely happening is your body is pushing out these deep layers of bad overgrowths. This is not a setback. This is your body healing. So here's what I suggest in this situation. You'll want to temporarily go back to the super start dose of cleanse, even if you've already moved beyond that in your protocol. This gives your body a little extra support in clearing whatever's flared up, whatever bacteria or yeast is abundant in your body. This is going to help flush it out. You can stay at this superstar dose for as long as you need until symptoms subside. There's also more support for UTIs in the symptom-specific section of the course that comes with your kit. For bacterial vaginosis, you'll also want to apply Relieve topically to your vagina throughout the day. If this episode resonated with you, share it with a friend or a family member who's ready to lead her family's healing. Everything mentioned in this episode is linked down below for you in the show notes. Be sure to subscribe to the Nourish newsletter, also linked down below, so you never miss an episode. I will email you the latest episode every Tuesday morning. Everything shared on this show is for educational purposes only, not intended as medical advice. Until next time, trust your body and follow your gut.